Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel, DB Butterfly 30. I'm your girl, Beth, and today we have a little tutorial on how to make a Memorydex card without the dies or the punches. So what I've done here is I've cut out, this is probably like 80 pound. This is not 110 pound. This is 80 pound. You want like sturdy, but I'm going to glue these pieces together. So I'm thinking it's going to give me some more sturdiness. If you want more, you can always go up thicker. You want your base to be thick. Okay. So this roughly is about the size of this. And if you want to have this little curve, I would say you could find something round, or you could literally take a pencil and just kind of sketch that out. Let me see. I mean, I would just grab something round for the sake of the video. I'm just going to use the die. I'm going to do just a light pencil marking. I'm going to cut them out just to give myself that shape. If you have some border dies or anything like that that you want to use those. I've been using just shaped dies to do my Memorydexes. So I'm going to glue these two pieces together with just some regular glue. Nothing fancy. Just to adhere them. You could even like do a little shadow piece if you wanted to. Oh, I didn't want to, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. This glue dries fast, y'all. So now that you have your, let me put this up so I don't lose it. So now that we have our base piece, we're going to cut the things. Now, so if you don't have any punches, if you don't have the Heidi Swapp punch, if you don't have any of these dies, you can still play along with hashtag Poochie's Maybe Mondays. There's no excuse, ladies. I'm showing you how to do it. Now, here's what I've cut out. Basically, the first thing you want to do, the Tim Holtz ruler, I love it because it has a center. You know, it has a 0 to show you your center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up right here. And also, let's see, you're going to go in about a little more than a quarter. Can you see that? Because if you put it up too high, it is going to affect being able to go into the little whatever holder you put it in. So we want to go up a little more than a quarter. So that's going to be, I'm just going to put a light line for my height. Now I'm going to get my center. And what this is, let me show you on the actual die. These are about 1 inch width apart in the middle. in the middle of these pieces, they're about 1 inch apart. So I'm going to find my center. I'm just going to use my magnet to hold this down for me. Got my center. I've got my mark where I put my height mark. Okay, and I want to make, oh, I did that wrong. Did I do that wrong? Yeah. I want them to be 1 inch apart. I don't know why I went that far out. So you want them to be 1 inch apart. Okay, so 1 inch apart, and what I usually do is I draw a line, a light line, just so I can keep the holes when I punch them, just to make sure they're even. Okay, so you could take any hole punch. You don't have to have this one. And actually, those hole punches, like the Dollar Tree ones, the bigger the hole, the better, okay? I'm gonna put this on the biggest setting. The, can you see that? Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the biggest setting. I've got my little mark right here. I'm gonna punch in the middle of that mark and in the middle of this mark, okay? And then I've got my line to make sure my holes are gonna be straight. So I'm trying to center my punch over, let me show you, over that hole. So I'm gonna get my other one, try to put it right in the middle and punch my 2 holes, okay? So now I'm going to erase my pencil line. I want to grab a pair of scissors, and it looks like, you know, they're about, I don't know, what would you call that, like a centimeter apart. I'm gonna measure just for the sake of this tutorial. Usually I would just snip it. But, so if you've never made a memory Dex before, you don't have the dies, you don't have the punches, you don't have all the fancy gadgets, that's fine, you don't need them. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna kind of go in it at an angle, just in case I go too big. And we can take my little Heidi Swapp. That was my trimmer, everything's okay. And try to see if we did it good enough. And I always do that. I'm wondering, do I need to go wider on the little things? So let's go wider. And actually, like the hole punch, kind of needs, you know, it needs to be bigger. I wonder, did I go up too high? Or is it just because my hole punch is smaller? Yeah, it seems to fit, okay? So you see it fits in there, and it'll probably fit in the one where, you know, where people do the boxes and the straws, and I bought one of those somewhere, and I could make one of those with y'all too. So I've kind of messed up my paper a little bit, but it still works. And so, I always thought like you cut it at an angle, but I don't guess you really need that angle. So what we can do now is decorate our card. So that's the tutorial on how to make this. If you want to stay tuned for the decorating, you can, okay? So put you in fast forward. All right, y'all, here is the finished product. I put this kite on one of those wobble things. It's not wobbling very good because it popped off and I had to glue it back, so it's not the best little wobbler there is. I got the ones from Hobby Lobby, the little small ones. So it popped off. I just glued it back down, but it's still got some glue in there. Can you see? So once I clean that up, it still wobbles all right. It's, you know, it's all right. So I got the kite on a little wobbler. I got the kite tail kind of peekabooing through the little thing. I've got a rosette, a vellum rosette back here. I don't know what dye I made that with. It's probably a Happy Crafter Shop dye, if I have to say. If I had to guess, Happy Crafter Shop. I got this, I don't know if this was Prima or an old Michaels thing. It was just laying on my desk and I was like, oh, that'd be cute with the little house and the little lights and the cat and stuff. So I put that there. I just sewed around this chipboard piece, punched a hole in it, added the little, you know, the little garden party things. I put some little diamond dots, little blings here and there on the leaves to kind of pop up. I just had this like silk thing that it was laying on my desk, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna just shove it behind the house, kind of break up that flower in the house. I shoved some tulle in there because I feel like it had a gap right there, so I shoved some tulle just to kind of like, if you ever have like when I glued it down, I was like, oh no, this is too big of a gap. That's why I shoved the tulle right there to kind of close that gap between the house and the thing. And it kind of covers up my wonky stitches and my little hand cut thing. So this is my little, what do you call it? Made without, there's glue strings everywhere, y'all. Made without a punch or a die. So you can make a beautiful memory decks. You do not need a punch or a die to make these. Just a whole circle cutter, a hole punch, and scissors, and you've made yourself a beautiful memory deck. So no excuses, ladies, no excuses. Okay, I hope you like the video. Make sure you subscribe, comment. Make sure you are going and watching all my Poochie Mimi Mondays videos. Okay, all right, y'all. Oh, and check out all the other ladies because they are making some beautiful projects. I'm sad about my little wobbler. It wobbles a little bit though. All right. Bye.